Okay, right. So we are with Sarah here today. Sarah took part in Transformate 30 as well as Transformate Academy. So she's been working with us now for some 7 weeks. So welcome, Sarah, first of all.
Hiya.
I just wanted to, first of all, Sarah, if you could let us know what you was doing prior to Transformate, and yeah, just sort of set the scene so everyone listening can establish what your typical day, week, month, and maybe what your struggles were.
Yeah, I mean, I probably considered myself to be relatively healthy, if I'm honest. I cook decent meals, and I was having breakfast and lunch. I thought I was healthy. But as a busy mum, I've got two boys. I was grabbing the biscuits, or you have people over for a play date and you're like, oh, I'll get some cakes because that's nice, or you go for coffee, and I was eating those kind of things in between as well. And I was also guilty of finishing off the boys' dinners. So as mums, we cook a dinner, we cook 5 fish fingers, the boys only eat 3, and then I was eating the other 2, and things. I was exercising, but any excuse not to do it, if I'm honest. I feel a bit hot, I feel a bit tired today. I won't bother. Yeah, that's
How
sort
did
of
you feel in
it.
your body, Sarah?
Sorry.
How did you feel in your body, like appearance-wise? Was you happy, unhappy? Did you have an amount of weight you wanted to lose, or was it? What was it about? You obviously went into Transformate. What was it that you was potentially looking at changing about yourself?
I you know I was a sort of size 10, but very much felt like a mum with a mum tum, and I always said, oh well, that's it now. I'm a mum. This is my body. It's not going to change. And when I looked in the mirror, I just saw the flab of from the boys.
Right.
Well, I thought from the boys really.
How old is your youngest? Just so people can again establish how far.
So Archie will be 2 in August, and then I've got my older one who'll be 6 in September. So it's nearly 6 years since I had my first.
Right. And now, so just fast forward, and obviously you went through the first 30-day Transformate 30, where again we attempt to just teach or demonstrate and highlight some of the basics, right? But I think you've already mentioned a couple of things that you've changed already, which is great. What did you enjoy most about Transformate 30? So your initial 30 days?
For me, it was like having a focus for me. It was, again, mums will know we put everybody else first and we're bottom of the pile. And this was all about me. I liked the community group on Facebook, so that felt like a support that I've never. For me, that community feel something for me, and also just learning that what I can eat as well, and then very much enjoyed the workouts as well, and that they were different. I was working out previously and just doing the same thing. I'll do 15 lunges. I'll do 15 lunges next week, but seeing that progression in the workouts.
Because I think it's an interesting point. Obviously, you brought up that you felt that maybe you was 2 or 3, or maybe I think you referred to it as bottom of the pile when you looked at yourself. And I think obviously that is a lot of people feel guilty about putting themselves as number 1 or 2 or up their values. However, having spoken to Sarah, I know how much her boys and her family mean to her. So in actual fact, by flipping as much as this was for Sarah, you're doing it to be your best version of your healthy mum for the boys. So we use that to our advantage to a degree, right?
Yeah, and also, I used to get to like 2 o'clock in the day and I'd have that sort of slump. I'd feel really tired, which then meant I'd be sort of shouting at the boys, and and also, I mean, obviously this situation with lockdown has been different, but it's made me get out and walk with the boys. You know, we've sometimes gone on like 2-hour walks, and that's been really nice to enjoy that time out of the house with them, and also rubbing off on not the youngest, but on the eldest one. Oh, mummy, like, oh, what are you eating? And you know, you're doing another workout. So, you know, again, he's seeing what it's like to be healthy, which is, I think, is really important for them.
That's good. And something close that I just want to sort of pull out of you, Sarah, because for me, this was a big thing for yourself, but I believe it's huge, and 99% of the population, I believe, are in exactly the same boat. Sarah achieved some fantastic results in Transformate 30, which is obviously our intro 30-day program. She then went on to continue onto our academy, which, so now you're on week 7 going into week 8, right?
Yeah.
I think it was on week 5 or 6 where Sarah either emailed me or WhatsApped me, and there seemed to be a shift in regard to your belief, or you maybe didn't quite believe that you could be where you are now some 45, 50 days ago. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, so, I mean, I never thought I would get back to a weight pre-Ollie, so a weight that I was 6 years ago. Again, I probably kidded myself and told myself what a lot of mums tell us, oh, well, this is me now, I've had 2 kids, you know, and this is what I'm meant to be. And I never thought I would see, you know, under that number. And it's not just about the number, but seeing on the scales was phenomenal, because I thought I'll never get that. I might lose 2 or 3 pounds, but, you know, I've lost over, you know, 11 pounds.
And like I say, as much as you mentioned the weight, and you also reiterated that it's not just the weight, just to be totally honest with me and obviously anyone who's watching, are you happier now than you was before Transformate? I'm not saying Transformate's the only reason you could potentially be happier, but are you happier in yourself in other areas of your life?
Yeah, 100%, because, you know, it's not just been about like the workouts and the eating, but the mindset and the, you know,
which just quickly to butt in, which you took to the next level. So Sarah, again, within week 2 or 3, said, you know what, like she began to do your own research in some of the subjects around Transformate, mindset being one, and you actually took part on an online course in regards to self-development, didn't you?
Yeah. So I did an online coaching course as a view to maybe in the future doing coaching myself, but I wanted to know a bit more. And again, an excuse, so I don't have the time normally to do those things, but I made that time that, you know, would be time that I might be slumped in front of the telly watching trash. And I was like, no, that's not going to better me sitting in front of the telly watching Netflix. I'm going to do this. And again, it's for me, not for anybody else.
So obviously, pre-pregnancy, this was a big thing for me with Sarah. I wasn't sure how she would maybe react to Transformate based on your previous or your current career as well. But obviously, you come from a teaching background, and of course, you still tutor privately now. But you've always been a teacher within your lifetime, probably from a very young age. How have you found taking instructions, or has it been enjoyable? Yeah, how have we come across? Hopefully we've come across okay, but go on.
Yeah, no, I've actually enjoyed that. I think as a teacher, you love learning and you appreciate how important it is to always be learning and developing. So that's, I haven't found that problem at all, to be honest. And I might question things, but I think that's important as well. But in terms of like the lives and the emails that we've received, I've liked receiving those and getting more input. Rather, you know, it's not just, oh, here's your 14 calories, you know, your 1400 calories, off you go, do the workouts. So that's what I've liked, you know, all of it put together.
And just so, again, viewers can establish, last couple of questions now, obviously I know we're time sensitive, but you know, what are your goals moving forward? Just, you know, this is just a complete random question, really, obviously. So forgetting about what you've just done, what are you thinking for the future week, the future weeks, the future months? Yeah, when it comes to your health and fitness.
I mean, it's definitely something that, you know, it was never a quick fix. So this is I want this to be me now, like, you know, moving forward and progressing. And to be honest, goals wise, I haven't got right now a specific goal. I've got an image of a lady that I'd like to look like, you know, body image wise. But each week, I'm just seeing that progress, and I'm really, really happy with that. So it's for me to maintain this and make this my lifestyle now. That, you know, this is me now. I'm not going back to the biscuit grabber. You know, and that's, pardon? Yeah. And also like feeling comfortable in your clothes, and to be wearing a particular size and feeling comfortable rather than being frightened to put on that size. You know, if you don't go into fitting rooms now, but when you're going into fitting rooms, you're like, oh, I'll take both because that one's definitely not going to fit, and then putting it on and feeling rubbish.
So lastly, again, I'm not looking for you to sell Transformate. Hopefully you do sell me 30 or 40 plans off the back of this, don't get me wrong. But no, all jokes aside, all jokes aside, what would you say to someone, what would you say to someone like you? Yeah, you know, let's not look at everyone. Let's look at a busy mum with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, who, yeah, feels like they're locked in the body that you was and the thinking that you had. What would you honestly say?
I would honestly say don't hold back and do this for you, because it makes you a better person, and then that's better for your children. But don't think as well, and a friend who's actually on the Transformate said this to me, it's not about getting back to pre-baby and being that pre-baby person. It's actually about being a new person and a better you. It's not, you know, you always cling on to, oh, I want to be what I look like then. Actually, I'm better. I look loads better. I'm happier than I was 6 years ago, pre-baby. So I would say don't, and also, you know, I think people think, should I be spending that on me? And yes, because it's the best thing I've done, you know, in a long time, you know, apart from having my children and obvious things.
It's closely behind having the 2 boys, obviously.
Yes, that's definitely what I just said.
Okay, so again, I think the beautiful thing there as well, just to close on, that you probably wouldn't have been speaking like that some 7 weeks ago. You probably wouldn't have been talking about a new you or better you. It was maybe a desperate to try and change. You probably would have said initially, I want to get back to pre-baby weight, yet now you understand it's a bigger picture. So it's lovely to see that transition mentally as well as physically. So no, thank you for your time and effort and energy throughout the last 7 weeks, Sarah. And yeah, like I say, we will keep the community updated with your constant and ongoing progress.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
Perfect.